government, Washington, D.C. Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Washington Wizards here in Capital One Arena with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. The Wizards have struggled the last couple of years, so some people were surprised that Bradley Beal signed an extension there. Beal said, "Today, a lot of stars want to team up. No knock, but I'm a firm believer in sticking with what you got. If I win a championship in D.C., that'll hold way more weight than if I just left and tried to get one." Kevin?
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. A chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Oh, what a group. And you look at Avdia. He's got some work to do in order to get into that conversation, I think, but there are plenty of games left for him to make his mark.
And he's had a decent amount of success here in his first year. A few of the top guys in the rankings have kind of outperformed him, but he's lived up to the reasonable expectation.
I think he'll probably tell you he expected more of himself in the first half of the season, but you're right. I mean, being in the top 10 of these rankings is a positive for any rookie.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Whiteside is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. And for the Wizards, they've got Bradley Beal. Travis Bertans out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Pass to Bertans. Beal from long range. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
Now here is Conley. Rebounded by the Wizards. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball too critical in today's NBA.
For Washington, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. Mitchell up top. He's covered by Beal. Conley with the 3. Here's Gobert. Second chance shot. Whiteside trying to break free. Gobert can't hit.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Bertans can't get it to go.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Wizards have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Beal gets a wide open look. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Conley with it. Now Beal defending. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 8 points.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
Here's Beal, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
We are talking about an elite two-guard. Bradley Beal can shoot it. He can guard virtually any position on the floor, and his ability to elevate his playmaking skills has changed the equation.
Free throw good, Beal. And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Beal's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
And here is Conley. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Nobody near game. No good from outside. Wizards trail by 4. Dinwiddie outside. Bryant finds Beal. Good D by Mitchell.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
The 10-footer. Here's Gobert, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
You look at Donovan Mitchell and you don't understand. The guy has a 6'10" wingspan. He's a problem on the offensive glass.
Beal, the pass to Gafford. Here's Dinwiddie. The Wizards with another miss. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Conley, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Boy, don't let the small frame fool you. Mike Conley so tough on the interior.
It's his first trip to the line.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And that one falls for Mike Conley.
Well, the seasoned veteran Mike Conley has been such a soft-spoken guy, but he has also been one of the NBA's best leaders, both on and off the floor.
And Conley drops them both. So it's the Wizards now. 8-point game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Dinwiddie kicks to Bertans. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And here's Gay outside. Bryant with the rebound. Washington has gone 0-4 from 3-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Bertans finds Beal. Beyond the arc. Bertans can't get it to go.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And the Wizards with possession after the basket by Utah. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Gafford, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Conley with it. To the paint. Mitchell passes to Whiteside. Releases. Again, the Jazz score.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Wizards. Trailing by 10. Dinwiddie against Conley. Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Boy, the ability of Thomas Bryant to play over the top of the defense, so impressive. Gets long and finishes with authority.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 10. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Outside, Beal. Bertanis, the pass to Bryant. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. A three-pointer off the mark. Utah leading by 10. Mitchell looking it over. Oh, Whiteside in position.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Stolen by Conley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Whiteside sends it back. And they get it back.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Conley. It's stolen by Bryant. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Here's Bertans for three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley, the pass to Whiteside. Conley against Dinwiddie. Conley's shot is off.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
No good from Gay. Wizards trail by 12. Here's Dinwiddie, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Michael Conley picks one up.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him.
Take a break.
Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
And Washington making a change here. Diaz checked in. Utah leading by 10. Now Clarkson, 8 points his last outing. Now here's Whiteside. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Hachimura grabs the miss. Here's Kuzma. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Utah's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Matt Thomas, he's checked in for the Jazz. And so it's Utah here with the ball. 10-point lead. The dish to Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Not going to go that time. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Kuzma. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Jazz leading by 10. Thomas finds Ingles. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Holiday. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It's not just about the passer. As the recipient of that alley-oop, you've got to have timing and anticipation. Yes, sir, Rui Hachimura.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That's his first foul. Holiday with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
To the inside, and stolen by Harrell. And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 10-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
First one falls for him.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. Wizards trail by 12. Pass to Avdia. Now Hachimura. Kuzma outside. Harrell down low. Working on Pascal. Kuzma can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 12. Here's Clarkson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. 1:52 left to play in the first. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. .149 left in the first quarter. Ingles against Kuzma. Pass to Hachimura. 5 to shoot.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Utah shooting it well so far today, guys. They've connected on 48% of their shots. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Over Harrell. Thomas, no good. Wizards trail by 14. And here we go. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got his second bucket of the game to go.
We knew this coming in about Rui Hachimura. This guy is very good running the floor and finishing in transition.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Thomas. The pass to Ingles. And here's Clarkson. To the middle. Here's Bogdanovich. Buries it down low. And the Jazz lead by 14.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now Holiday. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Hachimura. And that's going to be a travel. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. One second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Left side, Thomas. This one for 3. And that one is off. And so it's the Utah Jazz sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us before the game about evolving his game.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking ability. This year, I'm just trying to be a consistent defender, find my teammates because I have so much attention offensively. So, I think those are 2 areas.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Rui Hachimura out there with Harrell. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Avdia, and it's Holiday in at the guard position.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Clarkson. Now Thomas. Here's Gobert. Another miss by Utah.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
The wide open look here for Holiday. And another miss by Washington. Utah leading by 14. Here's Thomas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. That's good from Thomas. Beal's checked in for Washington. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind. Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
And that one, good. Mitchell's got 12 in the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Hachimura. And here is Harrell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Pascal. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Harrell. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Beal against Thomas. Shoots from the baseline, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, Bradley Beal, known as an elite scorer. This guy's got a great mid-range. He can take advantage as he does there.
Beal against Thomas. Down low from 10 feet out, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. And the Jazz lead by 20.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Harrell. Daniel Gafford comes in for Hachimura. Bertanis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Aaron Holiday. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gay's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Mike Conley in for Thomas. And what a play, just snatched out of the air. Credit the block.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Dinwiddie passes to Bertanis. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Utah leading by 20. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Bertans. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Inside, Pascal, that's tipped. 3-on-3. Here's Beal, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Bertanis. Conley grabs the miss. Utah shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. That one goes in. Mitchell's got 14.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Dinwiddie with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta. Beal against Mitchell. Tries again. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Conley surveying the D. Five on the clock. Mitchell outside. Shoots over Beal. Here's Pascal. And slam dunk by Pascal.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Dinwiddie after the basket by Utah. To the paint. The shot by Bryant, no good. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 14-4 run.
And what Brian has been showing more and more of is the ability to read the floor and make good decisions.
Right, Greg. This is a very smart guy who dominated in high school and college just because of his size. He overwhelmed opponents. Now we're seeing him pass out of double teams. Shot selection is better. Timing and pick and roll is now superb. This guy has really grown.
Drills the three-pointer. He has 7.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league with big-time range, but he has continued to extend it out.
Here's Conley. Mitchell outside. Now the pass to Gay. Gobert with it. There's the feed to Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Conley inside the line. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Washington. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Basket, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Gobert. He's coming off a 16-point game against Charlotte.
And it felt like he was literally everywhere on the defensive end. Multiple rejections, stifling all game long.
Dinwiddie against Conley. Here's Gafford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Wizards have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Bob Diaz checked in for Davis Bertans. The Jazz also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for Eric Pascal. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Jazz leading by 22. Now Conley. He's got 6. On the wing, Ingles. Passes it to Gay. Rebounded by the Wizards. In transition, here come the Wizards. Beal from long range. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Conley to the middle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Down low, here's Dinwiddie. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Here's Ingles. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And one thing you love about Ingles, he hits a lot of contested jumpers.
He does, and he'll get to his game by using jab steps, pump fakes, really good ball handler. He's unafraid in the clutch. He'll talk a little smack every now and again. Joe Ingles has carved out quite a career.
Free throw drops for Ingles.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And so he makes both from the line.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Washington with the ball after the basket by Utah. Here's Beal. The Wizards with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Nuggets, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And Utah right now, probably doing exactly what they hoped. Took some time to develop from a chemistry standpoint, but now it seems like they've got it firing on all cylinders.
And Washington making a change here. Hachimura is checked in. Whiteside against Bryant, and there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Avdia. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. Pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to Clarkson.
Hey, yo, right here.
Ingles in the corner. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Denny Avdia picks one up.
Well, this is a crafty veteran. Joe Ingles superb at selling that shot fake and getting guys off their feet.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Ingles. Harrell, he's checked in for Washington. The Jazz also changing it up. Bogdanovich comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Matt Thomas in for Donovan Mitchell. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Washington has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And finished off by Beal.
Well, make no mistake, Bradley Beal is a big-time athlete. Boy, how about his ability to get off the feet and finish that with authority?
Outside Thomas. Clarkson on the wing from outside the arc. The shot, no good. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Right side Beal from past the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
That doesn't go either for Beal.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The pass to Thomas. He dishes it to Whiteside. Back to Thomas. And the rejection by Harrell. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Beal. Clock at 4. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, he's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's averaging 11 points a game, 13 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers. This is what we call highly efficient play, working off the screen, getting to the cup.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist from Thomas. And the Jazz lead by 20. The Wizards shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
And here's Clarkson. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Avdia.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
Well, you love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Clarkson taking his time here. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 8.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And so it's Utah with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you line. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, you know, we're trying to defend, and you know, we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but you know, more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 14 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. What did you think about Utah, Kenny?
This is what Donovan Mitchell is capable of, guys. He pairs imagination with ability. The result is a high-level scorer who at the same time makes everyone around him better.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them, but I point to their weak inside defense. They didn't protect the rim at all, and it's cost them, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gay is out there with Whiteside, and it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, there's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
Dinwiddie with it. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Jazz leading by 17. Gay passes to Mitchell. For the three. Conley's shot is off. Wizards shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Here's Dinwiddie. Off target from outside. Utah shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Whiteside. Mitchell trying to free himself.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Passes to Bertans. Outside, Beal. Over Conley. The Wizards with another miss. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Gay outside. He kicks it to Mitchell. Dinwiddie against Conley. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Whiteside, no good. Wizards trail by 19. Dinwiddie outside. The Wizards with another miss.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Good on the bucket.
I think we think of Donovan Mitchell first and foremost as a scorer, but I love seeing his passing ability come into play.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Hey, yo.
Dinwiddie against Conley. Stolen by Michael Conley. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Conley leading the charge. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense, and for good reason, but the defense is also an area where he's excelled.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. We identify him with the offensive end of the floor because he's carried a burden for the Utah Jazz early in his career. But think about it. He's strong, athletic, long wingspan, excellent instincts. This guy has the potential to be one of the most impactful two-way players in today's NBA.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Bertans kicks to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. But they get it back. A shot by Bertans. Nobody around. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Jazz leading by 23. Pass to Gobert. To the inside. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Beal. Bryant's got 8 points.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here is Conley. 8 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Gobert. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And a switcher also for Utah. Eric Paschal, he's checked in for Whiteside. And Utah has possession. Here's Mitchell. 16 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Paschal. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Wizards trail by 21.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Yes, that goes in. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Pass to Bryant. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. He's got 10.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Conley against Dinwiddie. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Inside, the pass to Kuzma. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Conley against Beal. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just great recognition from the athletic big man. Gobert finish off the nice pass.
So it's Washington now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Bertans for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Bertans got 5.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Conley against Dinwiddie. Passes it to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. Nobody near Pascal. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And the Wizards making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Michael Conley. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And that game against Sacramento.
On paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
It's Beal on the wing. Ingles covering. Looking to end his cold spell. A shot missing. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Beal. Holiday surveying the floor. Fires from 14. Beal can't get it to go.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Dishes it to Ingles. His three-pointer's off the mark. Washington's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Washington making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Bertans. And it's Avdia in for Beal. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Holiday. Sweet little floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Utah leading by 22. Now Clarkson. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shoots over Hachimura. That one off the back iron and out. Wizards shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Holiday against Mitchell. And Holiday kicks to Kuzma. 5 on the clock. And Harrell slams it in.
Throw it up and let Montrezl Harrell finish.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Pascal. Hachimura against Bogdanovich. Here's Clarkson. Another miss by Utah. Wizards trail by 20. There's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Holiday. In the corner, Harrell with it from downtown. They get it back. Utah is shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling.
I tell you, when Donovan Mitchell starts to cook, you might as well sit back and enjoy the show.
Washington shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Holiday finds Kuzma. Down low, Hachimura. Back to Kuzma. Passes it to Abdia. Outside Holiday. Knocks down the three ball. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now, here's Pascal. He's got 8, and no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Dinwiddie is checked in for the Wizards. And Utah with a change here, too. Whiteside's checked in. Wizards trail by 19. Now, here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. And he gets it to go.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
Mitchell against Dinwiddie. Mitchell outside. Mitchell is double. Pass to Pascal. Clock at 6. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. Can't connect from short range.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Here's Clarkson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Clarkson's got 6.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Holiday, the pass to Hachimura. And Harrell slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Clarkson. He has 6. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And here are the numbers for Mitchell. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging 33 points a game, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
Now here is Hachimura. He's got 6.
Well, you can see the eagerness to contribute from Rui Hachimura. Finds the open man, willing to facilitate.
To the inside, it's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Wizards. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Floats it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. To the paint. Here's Clarkson. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here now is Dinwiddie. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Montrezl Harrell, and it's Gafford in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Now, here's Clarkson. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Dinwiddie's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Now, here's Mitchell. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And stolen by Whiteside. Mitchell is doubled. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Holiday following the bucket by the Jazz. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw, good. Holiday. A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Mike Conley in for Jordan Clarkson. Both free throws good from Holiday. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Conley, the pass to Whiteside. Holiday against Mitchell. Over Holiday, and there's another one for the Jazz.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range, making great use of what the defense is giving him.
To the middle, here's Harrell, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And he makes the first. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And both free throws good for Harrell.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And the pass to Whiteside. Tipped away. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Shot's good by Gafford. Gafford's got it back down to single digits for the Wizards. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Mitchell kicks to Gay. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Gotta admire the fast release of Gay. Once he has the ball in his hands, he's looking to shoot.
Passes it to Hachimura.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Utah with the ball after the basket by Washington. Conley dishes to Mitchell. In the corner, it's Whiteside. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Beal finds Dinwiddie. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
Ryan is checked in for the Wizards. Davis Bertans comes in for Daniel Gafford. Here's Hachimura. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Wow, gritty play by Rui Hachimura. Doesn't let the foul prohibit him from finishing.
And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strengths.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. 6-point lead. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor. He'll get to the line.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Gobert with the block.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Boy, how about the blinding speed in transition? Donovan Mitchell ferocious attacking in the open floor.
Washington calls timeout. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Gobert against Bryant. Gobert, the pass to Conley. And it's good for two.
Well, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
Dinwiddie with it. Pass to Hachimura. Outside, Beal. Here's Bertans for three. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Utah calls timeout.
And at last year's trade deadline, it surprised some people that Bertans was one of the hottest names out there.
Right. Bertans goes from a guy who was getting limited minutes in San Antonio to playing around 30 per game for Washington. There were reports that suggested the Wizards were asking for at least one first-round pick and maybe a sweetener. Boy, does that show you the value of a sweet shooting big man.
Here is Conley. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Shoots the three. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer. If it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Dinwiddie against Conley. Outside for Beal. That one, no good. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
How about the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell? 6'3", but boy, can he get off his feet.
And the Wizards with possession, trailing by 10. Stolen by Conley. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Gay in the corner. Shot from the wing. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
To the wing on the left. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. That shot off the mark. Utah leading by 10. Here's Conley. Oh, Whiteside in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Here's Beal. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Beal, the pass to Bertans. Whiteside against Hachimura. He kicks to Beal. 5 to shoot, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
How about the pre-shot preparation by Bradley Beal? So good in the catch-and-shoot game.
Conley against Dinwiddie. Utah gets it back. Whiteside. Mitchell is double. Gay passes to Conley. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards trail by 10. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gay's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the inside. Whiteside kicks to Gobert. Gay outside. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That first free throw is good.
And the length and athleticism Gay offers is exciting. I mean, terrific at scoring the ball, but he can also defend multiple positions.
And Washington making a change here. Gafford's checked in. Here's Mitchell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 33.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Washington. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Gafford. Outside, Beal. Shot from free throw range. Rebound, Utah. Whiteside inside. Defended by Bryant. Here's Gobert. No good with the triple. The Wizards have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Bertans, and finished off by Bertans.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, great, with his length, he doesn't have to go far to get to that rim.
Yeah, he took it up with a ton of forcefulness that time, used his height to full advantage.
And that one's good by Gay.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
Dinwiddie passes to Gafford. Mitchell against Beal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Eric Paschall, he's checked in for Whiteside. And Thomas subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. The first one falls, and Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in. And both free throws good for Beal. Utah leading by 12. Now Conley. Kicks to Gay. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. The Jazz working the ball around now. And here's Ingles outside. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Jazz lead by 15.
So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that three-point line because he is lethal.
Outside, Beal. Back to Dinwiddie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Michael Conley picks one up. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Jazz now. They're on a 16-7 run. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Now here's Conley. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Wizards trail by 16. Dinwiddie passes to Harrell. Outside, Beal. Harrell against Gobert. Harrell drives in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, there's such ferocity and energy when you're trying to contend with Montrezl Harrell. So skilled at converting through contact.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. 13-point lead. They double-team Conley. A three from Gay. Washington with the rebound. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Floats it up there for Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Boy, they look for Montrezl Harrell to do a lot of different things. His scoring just one of the ways he can contribute.
There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Dinwiddie against Conley. Feeds it to Gobert. Good.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
1:35 left to play here in the fourth. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Free throw good, Beal. And both free throws good for Beal. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Conley against Dinwiddie. Outside Conley. On the wing, Ingles. Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Jazz lead by 13.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Jazz.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Donovan Mitchell.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over. Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Dinwiddie against Conley. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great. You know, it's all about our defense. You know, when we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get easy stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.